Hello, everyone, denizens of the Wizards Play Network Facebook group. Glad to have you here. So, as you probably see from the title itself, here today to talk about everyone's favorite promotion, I think, which is returning for Core Set 2019, just like we had for Dominaria. It is our pre-release early sale promotion, tied in with the buy a box there. So, kind of the short answer, as most of you probably will well know at this point, is that the promotion's back, and essentially in its same form. Stores are going to have an additional quantity of booster boxes allocated for them for the pre-release through their selected distributor, and those are to be used for full box sales on pre-release. That is, anyone who has pre-ordered a booster box up to and through pre-release can actually pick that up during pre-release weekend when they come in to play their games. And going along with it, we still have that buy a box promo that cannot be found in the M19 packs. So again, a pretty cool, different card that is likely to be fairly sought after, just like the last one was fairly successful there, the Sun Speaker card. And as a few folks filter in, just like normal, if you have any questions about this or anything, related to M19 or WPN or beyond, feel free to put those in the comments. I'll be happy to address them as we're going through it here. Otherwise, you can direct message me or I'll get back to you after the live stream. All right. So those are essentially the big details. We got an extra allocation that is special for this promotion. The quantities that you'll be receiving on those are 20 for core, 40 for advanced, and 60 for advanced plus. Just like last time, that does match exactly with the number of buy a box promos that you're receiving. So logically, and going along with that, there's no limit to the number of buy a box promos that a player or customer can receive. So logically, for the most part, anyone who purchases one of these boxes on pre-release weekend is going to qualify to receive one of these cards. All right, and looks like we got our first question here. Eric asks, let's see, why can I only get 2 display Planeswalker decks at pre-release? Great question. So Planeswalker decks at pre-release, and notably for open house this time, it's actually going to work fairly similarly. These are not intended necessarily to just be a product that you're selling outright to players at the event. Rather, we wanted to have another option for players that maybe aren't into the sealed format itself, or maybe the structured tournament format of a pre-release is a bit much for them, but they really want to get their hands on the cards and start playing straight away, because who doesn't, right? That's the fun of pre-release. So we want to make sure you have an allotment to accommodate those players, but for folks that are just coming in to purchase a Planeswalker deck, it'll be the following weekend at release, where those, of course, will be at their normal quantities and availability. All right, it sounds like maybe the audio is a little low here. Get a little bit closer. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. All right. All right. Yeah, and so going along with that, it is worth noting here that because Open House, for the first time ever with M19, is also going to have Planeswalker decks available at them, if you take all of your allotted Planeswalker decks for all 3 events, that is for Open House, pre-release, and release, keep in mind those are all going to be separate shipments. You can expect 1 shipment for each of those in the week leading up to the event. All right. Okay. And so for the, as mentioned before, the distributor that you selected for your normal pre-release allocation is going to be who you want to go through this. It has already been sent to them as far as the quantities from our end here. And I'd say get those orders in sooner rather than later. Just to go through some of the restrictions, but because as this promotion is about sales of a product before release, it's very important that we do stick to kind of the rules here. And for the most part, that is, it can only be sold in full booster box quantities. They can only come out of the allocation that has been designated for this. That is, you don't want to eat into your pre-release prize support boosters for this. Anything that is part of your pre-release prize support allocation needs to be used just for that purpose. And of course, going along with that, they can't be used for any extraneous events or things like that. This really is a one-purpose allocation that you're getting these additional boxes for. Right. And for North America here, the blackout dates between pre-release and release still apply. Any additional boxes that you have, even if a player pre-ordered them ahead of time and say weren't able to pick them up at pre-release, you need to hold on to those until release. They can't come in, say, between that Monday and Thursday and pick it up later. They're going to need to wait until Friday of release on those. Right. And the same way that you don't want to use your prize support boosters for this promotion, you also don't want to use these boosters for prize support. Again, keep those as separate as possible. They each have their own specific designation there. All right, so that's it for kind of the rules on it. But really what I mainly want to talk to you guys about today is promotion. Because for an offer like this, awareness is key. You want to make sure not only that your players know that this is a thing, but that quantities are limited, and that if they want to have a good chance at getting theirs on pre-release weekend and qualifying for that special promo card, they're definitely going to want to pre-order. So, of course, we do have some marketing on our end through our digital means on this, but we've also provided several resources through the marketing materials page on the WPN website under resources that can help you promote it. So we've got a few that are specific for online advertising. That is, we've got web banners, little small kind of square-shaped advertisements that you can use. Keep in mind the resolution on these is low, and that is by design because they're for these purpose. If you're looking for higher resolution items, say that you want for printing out actual physical print material, you're going to want to go to the flyers and posters section, as well as the event accessories. I've actually got some really cool new ones that we've done for this. Well, I've actually got some examples here. So you can print off something like this high resolution poster, plaster these around anywhere you think you might have a potential customer or someone who's coming in for pre-release, and let them know about this awesome special offer. And we've actually got a few things that can be placed on top of your counters or play spaces. Specifically, this kind of cool printout. I'll let you know, I produced this one myself, and I'm not actually the craftiest person. So as you can see, it actually still turned out pretty well. And you can print these right off the marketing materials page. It's got instructions for how to cut and assemble them. Real easy and a great way to kind of increase awareness on this one. And we've also got some table numbers here. So again, another way that you can kind of slot in an advertisement in a place that's going to be appropriate for the customers that care about it. And of course, there is a spot for you to actually put numbers for table assignments on that. All right. And for folks that have filtered in here in the last few minutes, again, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. All right. And yeah, honestly, that is pretty much it for this. Definitely promote this, guys. I hope you guys are already on top of making sure all your channels are maxed for letting players know about it. But with these great new marketing materials, you can get it up all over the store and really make sure that everyone is excited and ready to place pre-orders for this. All right. And so for M19, we've also had a number of new player tools that we have added. I'm actually going to be hosting another live stream next week. Please feel free to join. Let your other WPN member, teammates, staff members join as well. We'll be going over kind of all the tools and resources that we've recently come out with to introduce new players to the game, advertise the game to new players, and go through the actual process of giving them a demo of Magic. Because as many of you know, if you've been in the game for a while and teaching folks, there is an art to teaching someone. So yeah, please join us next Monday. That's going to be at 12:30 p.m. All right. And yeah, and I'm going to hang here for just a few moments, see if we got any questions coming in. And yeah, and by the way, feel free to hit me with anything, guys. It doesn't have to be necessarily related to the promotion. Happy to help with anything you have. Excellent. Yep, glad to hear it. We've definitely got good feedback on this promotion, and we have announced that it is coming back for the next fall set, Guilds of Ravnica as well. So yeah, good things from this one, certainly. All right. And hey, kind of going along with this, I know a lot of you folks join us for these live streams frequently. I hope that you find them informative. We definitely want to make this something that's useful from your perspective. So if you have something that you'd like covered in one of these live streams, if there's a specific topic, product, program, anything that you'd like some discussion around from the WPN, let me know. I'm totally open to it. And it's kind of a cool way for us to hang out a little bit too. I usually like it when we get some good comments in here. All right. Right, it looks like that is pretty much it. All right, so you guys, early buy a box sale promotion, make sure that you've got advertising up for it. Again, make yourself some handy little crafty. It's fun too, making these items. It's a good activity for the staff. Team building, as we'll sometimes call it around here. All right, discussions on D&D promotions and the like. I'll definitely take that into consideration. I mean, as you guys probably know, for D&D actual material support, we don't have a lot, so there's not a lot to explain with it in general. But of course, Bob, if you have any specific questions for me for what we have, let me know. And you can always provide feedback either through a Facebook post or directly to me. I'm happy to take those. I can get those to the right team for you guys. All right, but it seems like we don't have any more questions. Thanks for joining. And again, please join us next week. Well, actually, it'll be a pretty fun one. We're going to be going through how you can use the tools. I think you can kind of see in the background here. Our introductory demo table, the flip book, some of the videos and articles that we've provided to give you information on that. All right. Otherwise, thanks for joining, guys, and hopefully see most of you guys back next week.